Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick video about how to use the auto-tune feature within INAV. Now this has pretty much been the same for quite a few years now, but I thought I would do an updated video. Quite a few of you kind of asked me about it. Now this is the plane that I have built. This is a Dolphin V1. I love these things. It's been part of the INAV for Beginners 2026 series, link down below. This one is all about how you use auto-tune. That's really going to change mainly the feed forward part of the PIDFF loop. So there's proportional, integral, derivative and feed forward. Feed forward is basically how much of the control from the radio gets mixed into the output. It's one of those things that you have to kind of think about if you're doing fixed wing. This is why it's important, in my humble opinion, to use a flight control software that really understands things like fixed wing. But you can set it up so that INAV will kind of figure out and set those things automatically. It's not particularly difficult. There's a lot of information around which is really out of date. So I'm revisiting this to do it as I've just gone through the process with this plane and it's performed beautifully. So let me go on the bench. First of all, show you how I set it up. I'll also add a few things into the on-screen display so that you can actually see things changing as I go through the process, and then kind of come back and do a quick summary at the end. I'll put timecodes down below. Very quickly, before we get too far into this, the way it works is that you're just going to fly around. I would stick it into acro mode and then do quick flick movements on the radio, initially in pitch. You need at least 20. I would go for kind of 40 of these maneuvers, and it'll initially start feeling really mushy. But the more you flick it, the closer INAV will get it to the perfect setup. And then do pitch, same thing. Then I usually go back and do one more round, and then at the end of that it's going to feel really nice. At that point then I will come out of auto-tune, pop it back into Horizon and land it, and the settings are going to be saved automatically. I think it's really important to talk about that. I'll show you that at the end. You don't have to go and use stick commands or any of that shenanigans. If you get to the end and it says saved settings, it's all saved in the model. So let me show you how I do this and how easy it is to do auto-tune. So before I go to the field to tune the model, there are a few things that I'm going to make sure that I've done here in the configuration so that I have the best chance of it going absolutely swimmingly. First of all is to make sure that the acro mode is available. In my low switch position, I'm going to get Horizon. Middle switch position, I'm going to get manual. I'd recommend that having manual and acro available so that you can switch into manual to see what the performance of the model is going to be as a maximum, but then using acro to actually do the tuning is what you're going to want. The other thing I've got as well, let me just hide the modes to make it easy for you to see, is I have set up that the auto-tune is on channel 7. So when that goes high, that's going to enable auto-tune, and then I can start the process. I've also changed the OSD when it's going to be in acro. The reason that I've changed it like that is because I want to be able to see the PIDs. So here in the OSD, my default layout is exactly how I normally have it. However, there is alternative layout 01, and that has pretty much everything else that I normally would have, but I've got the roll, pitch and yaw PIDs here in the middle, just so as we go through the process, you can kind of see what's happening and it'll record them in the OSD. To flick onto that, all I've done in the modes tab is make sure that when channel 5 goes into the high position, channel 5 is also then going to select the on-screen display, the alternative one. So that is going to take care of that for me. So that's great. Apart from that, I need to make sure that I would probably log the flight too. So go into black box. I would log it at 100%. Make sure that you're saving most of the things so you can look at them afterwards in case. Click save and reboot, and we're pretty much ready to go to the field. So at the field, I'm going to use good old auto launch. So it's in auto launch, so I've armed it, raised the throttle, thrown the thing into the air, and off she goes. I'm going to move the sticks in a moment, and then it's going to drop back into Horizon mode It's just going to fly around just for a moment in Horizon, just to make sure that I'm completely happy with everything, that the model is behaving okay. It also gives the model an opportunity, if you fly it straight and level, to kind of trim the control surfaces. So if I put it into manual briefly, I can just see how well it's trimmed. It also gives me a rough idea of how responsive the plane's going to be. So now go into acro, get ready to actually do the tune, find the switch on my radio, and then pop it into auto tune. I'm going to turn around so I don't get too far away. I'm going to go for roll first of all. I'm going to do aggressive stick movements to the extreme right into the middle, then the extreme left into the middle. And what you're watching for is that last number in that little set there that's 50. That's the feed forward. And what you're going to start to see is INAV is going to start increasing that number on feed forward to get the response a little bit more where it needs to be. So I'm just going to turn it around again, because you can get quite far. You have to kind of keep your eye on everything. I'm going to continue to flick it from side to side. And you can see at the moment that it's coming down from 70 down to the mid 60s. And it's just trying to get the best kind of response out of that particular axis without getting oscillation. And at the moment it looks like 65-ish is pretty good. The trick with this is to continue going, even when it feels like the reaction and the response is really quick and nimble. Continue to keep going, because it's very easy to stop too quickly. So that looks pretty good. We're kind of coming back down. 63 is roughly where we are. Just going to continue to fly. And now let's try the pitch, actually, and then we can go back to it. So I'm going to start the pitch. The pitch is feeling incredibly soft, and the initial tune that it's going to set up when you start auto tune is going to be very soft. But you can see that very quickly, as I aggressively move the nose up and down, the feed forward number has gone up a lot. It's already 175. I'm going to keep going because it's starting to feel better, but it still feels a little bit soft, but it's starting to feel a lot more responsive than it did. So now we're up to 100, nearly 190-ish, and I'm going to continue to keep going, just to make sure that we've absolutely got it. A couple of birds in the field today. So I'm just going to, again, kind of keep track of where I am, and then I'm going to go and continue the flicks. So let's do a bit more roll just to see what that's doing. That's now dropping down to 61. It's actually feeling much nicer now. It's feeling much more crisp in terms of the responsiveness. So as I continue, we're dropping down to 60 for roll for the feed forward, back into the 50s. This all looks really good. It's about how it feels really is more important than how it looks. So it seems to be zoning into about 60. There's a very, very slight wind, but to be honest, I think that's the difference between the numbers here is the difference between 59 and 60. Continuing now to do the pitch maneuvers. The pitch maneuvers are getting it back up to the low 200s. I'm going to come around, don't get too far away from myself so I can still see it. And I'm going to continue to do the pitch maneuvers. It's good if you can kind of keep track of this in your goggles. This is the way I like to do it with a spotter, and then I can kind of keep track of everything. It seems to be holding around the 200 mark. Last little bit of roll just to see if we are there or thereabouts. Seems to be that about 60 feed forward for the roll seems about right for this model, and about 198, 200 is about right for pitch. Again, just keep going well past the point that it's starting to feel good. You just kind of want to lock it in. Now at this point, I'm starting to feel that this is actually feeling really good. This I am happy with. This is feeling a lot more dialed in than it was. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out of auto tune. I'm going to pop it back into horizon mode, and then I'm going to go around again and I'm going to land it. And when I land it and disarm, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, it's going to tell me that the settings have been saved. Now there's a lot of stuff online, as I mentioned in the introduction, that's confusing about this. If you see it say setting saved in the summary screen, then that information has been saved back into the INAV configuration. How can we check? Well, back on the bench, if we plug it back in, then we can go into the PID stuff and we can see that those numbers are now reflected in the tune that's on the model. The feed forward has increased significantly for pitch, which is usually the way it works, and also a little bit for roll as well. So there you have it, not too tricky. I don't always have the PIDs in my on-screen display as I'm doing this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I can't be bothered, but hopefully that's really showed you how simple and easy this is. Isn't particularly complicated, and by doing it, it's going to make the model feel much more responsive when you're in a mode like Horizon or Acro. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Painless 360 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.